Good morning everyone, my name is Chris from Two-Headed Wolf Gaming and welcome back to Fronts of Britannia, our East Engle campaign. In the last episode we've just taken over the town of Lud over here, taking out one of Northumbria's vassals. However, now we are at war with this entire north part. Over here, as you can see, there are a lot of territories for us to conquer and to fight for. And it's gonna be a great opportunity for Total War. I thank you very much for following me so far. I thank you very much for subscribing to me. And thank you for supporting me into this journey of Let's Play. I am enjoying it by quite a bit. I didn't expect to enjoy it this much. However, I know that there's a lot of places where I need to grow and get better at. But I do appreciate you sticking around and letting me know how I am doing. Let's get back to the game. We've taken over these territories over here. The region is stable since we do have a governor that is quite good, and it will provide us with a bunch of public order, so we don't really need to worry about the freshly conquered territory. Our king over here is besieging the settlement on this side, and we will use him to march north, at least up to here. I'm not sure if or what army we're gonna use to go west to take over these territories. It's going to be very helpful to get a port on this side. It's going to open us to a bunch of territories, to a bunch of trade, and it's gonna create quite a big economy for us. Over on this side, there's nothing more that we have to worry about. Middle Anglia keeps being quite how do you say this? Quite disloyal, or they have the public order problems because their West CX allegiance keeps growing. So what I'm actually thinking of is to go ahead and upgrade this settlement in order to unlock another building slot. And if we would do so, what could we put in place in order to increase our allegiance? So we could go for a law field. As far as churches go, they provide public order, but they do not provide allegiance. I think that would be about it to go for this law field. And I believe that that's what we'll have to do, because it's becoming quite tough to hold the region and to keep an army around just for this. So let's do that. Let's take a look at our governor. He's quite new. He doesn't have bonuses to allegiance, so I'm guessing that's why we're losing more of it per turn. As far as skills go, we have a level up in our governor over here, the Eohrik. We put points into loyalty last time, now we can start giving him points into governing. And also over to Anlaf over here. Now these territories have become quite good. Like ECX is providing us 1200, almost 1300 gold per turn. Norfolk and Suffolk, they provide us with about 600 each.
We'll pledge our service.
Well, let's end the turn and see what Northumbria is about to do. If they're gonna march south or what. Currently they're taking their armies north. I know they're fighting Strathclyde, the bigger faction to the north of them. So it's probably presenting to be... It has become quite a danger for them. And they're losing
my abilities have
territories on both sides, but most of the money, I'm guessing, it's here.
Impossible.
Or their vassals, they've taken to the sea as well. We shall see if they go south or if they march north as well.
Enemy blood will flow.
Let's take over this settlement. It's gonna work perfectly with our province over here. We stayed in our territory for this turn, so we will receive a few more replenishments. We finished researching the trained skirmishers, so now we can actually upgrade our archers, and we will just do so. It's not a lot of bonuses, but it's gonna, every little bit helps. For technology, we could push on for spearmen, but I don't think it's important. We could go for upgrading our swords, but I don't think that's important either. Upgrading our cav, I don't feel it's important once more. If we go for professional archers, we could get 15% more range for missile infantry units, which could be useful. Let's see. As far as the trader go, we could... Let's unlock taverns. Let's get 10% more trade faction wide. And the market cross. Actually, let's go through this entire research field. At least we'll take it up to here to opening trading rights, which provides us with 15% more commerce and income. That will be a huge boost in money. We'll probably go for cultural osmosis as well, which will reduce the public order from other legions. Very important, as we spoke about it earlier. Maybe trade summits for the penalty to campaign movement to the enemy inside our territory, and also to the minor diplomatic bonuses, which will keep at least West CX happy with us as we try to expand north. Wheels, the governor over here gained level. He has good loyalty. We're gonna keep pushing even more economy into his skills. Although I do feel that he's a bit wasted in this territory, as it does not provide us with any kind of cash. Speaking of which, like this trade wharf, oh, it's a fixed building, because I wanted to demolish this and build something that actually produces money for us. But I guess this is not the case. What happened over here? Apparently this, I think it was the army from over here, right? The raiders that appeared from the south took over these territories. And they have quite a bit of an army. I really want to go to war with him right now. Take over this town. Start producing cash. Let's recruit a few units. I'll bring another sword. I'll bring another axe as well. Maybe that's what we'll do over here. I'll move this army south. I'll recruit a smaller army over here.
You can rely on us. Get marching men.
Maybe that's what I'll do. Let's use the king. Let's take over this settlement. They've got quite a weak army. But let's have a siege battle. We haven't had one in a while. Let's see what we can do. I think we fought on a map like this before. We shall see. One of the things someone recommended to me is actually to look through the mods for map mods. Basically, there are people who created some really cool maps, I've heard, so for future series we might just try some of them out.
Where's the fight?
Let's see, our siege equipment over here.
Our foes will fall.
We will put them like this.
Axemen.
We will bring our archers over to this side,
Axemen!
and for the rest of them,
Where's the fight?
keep them pretty close.
Gloria
I'll leave the long
Flander!
axemen behind because they're not
Horsemen!
shielded and they're going to get destroyed by the towers.
Our
Bring our
foes
king
will fall.
as close as possible. Let's get this battle started.
Battle orders! Target
The enemy
missiles!
tremble
End them!
before our superior numbers.
Attack!
Perfect.
End them!
The enemy approaches.
They're spread out throughout the town. Apparently they do have a few soldiers here.
Attack! Aim!
Some
and
level
fire!
3 archers actually.
Get down!
And some level 2 javelin men. I didn't know that they have such high tier units on this side. Maybe it's a faction trait. Their infantry seems to be weaker, so we won't be too concerned about the battle once we get inside their territory.
With speed, warriors! Where's the fight? Axemen! Hasten yourself!
Let's bring them up.
That nearly hit me! Under enemy fire!
I do love the amount of detail that we can find inside this town. Can you imagine that someone actually sat down and worked on building these things up? I would
The
love
men
to
have
do
been
so.
routed. They are leaving the field.
I was even thinking recently that maybe one of the future games that we play should be a city builder. I've seen quite a few that I wanna try. But actually I'll speak about it maybe in the near future when I decide to add another series to the channel. Let's see. So this Danelaw Javelin man actually came out the gate. I'm gonna use this opportunity to attack them, maybe be able to get inside. I'll bring the king up as well.
Axemen! Herdmen!
I think we could use the axemen actually to take down the wall, the gates, but it's not that efficient.
Spearmen! Spearmen! Attack! Crush them! Crush them! Run them down! Show some
We're
loading!
up on the walls.
With speed, warriors!
Let's bring in more troops and more troops.
Get them! Forward! Herdmen!
They do have some hot oil over here. Gatehouse with oil, so they're causing us a bit of damage over on this side.
Bring death! Our foes will fall!
Our general is under attack.
Ready! And javelins!
See, they flee before our might.
Spearman! Where's the fight? Glory and plunder! Swordsmen! Battle orders!
Sorry, I'm not saying much. I got to be distracted by the battle, trying to do my best not to lose many troops.
Battle awaits!
We're doing quite well. We're making small progresses. We should use the armies to entrap the flank to
Up the pace, man!
take the armies on the wall hand on.
Our foes will fall! Glory and plunder!
Let's take on his
And them! Attack!
general over here, which is just a spearman unit.
We're under fire! Axemen! Bring them!
This battle is almost over.
Where's the fight? Commanders!
Won't take us a whole lot to just finish it. So let me show you some highlights of the battle.
Axemen! Smash them! Hit the charge!
And with that, we will be back at the primary plan, at least, that we would march a little bit to the west in order to take over this town together with some of the other settlements. It took us declaring war to a larger faction, stronger faction. But sometimes that's how it goes.
We have captured the gates!
Let's bring the king in. Let's just put this on fast forward, because at this point it's not really important what we do. We finished the battle, we've taken over the town. Let's see where the future takes us next. Perfectly. Now we can occupy the settlement, repair the buildings over here. We don't have 21 gold. Man, we don't have 21 gold to repair this building over here. So let's take a look. We have one more governance available in North Mears over here, over on this side, but we don't have the other territories, so I don't think it matters too much. If we're gonna take a look at this faction to the west of us,
Precious. Do not waste it.
they do have a lot of enemies. They're at war with a lot of factions. But I don't want to push inside his territory too much, only if he has rebels. I want us to focus going north. So what I'll do over here is repair the two civic buildings. What were they? Close to that.
Enemy blood will flow.
I'm not gonna put a governor over here, as I said. We've gained some traits. Our kings became a vanquisher, which provides us with public order. With -2 we gain lame, which provides -2 to enemy morale. It is the old wound, my lord. It has never healed. So by fighting in melee, our king gained some wounds, some scars, I guess, and he looks a bit more threatening. Let's end the turn. Northumbria is heading north. Let's see what his vassal will do. If he's gonna sit still or if he's gonna come
Formal
towards
friendship
us.
may be expedient.
He wants to declare friendship between us, but you have a lot of enemies, so no thank you. Northumbria's vassal is heading north as well. We won't need to worry about him. One of our governors became rich, which provides him with more corruption gained from the mint or the Marty's building chain. I wonder if maybe we should look this up to see if you can gain both good and bad traits on the same building. Because I'm curious, you have a mint or a Martyr's mint which provides us money. I can understand having more money makes you more corrupt, right? But does it go the other way around? Like, is there a chance that a mint or a martyr building provide you with something that's benefic to us? We shall see. Our king over here, let's upgrade the archers.
We'll see this through.
And let's head over to the north. Gonna stay in our territory for one more turn in order to replenish. This area is stable. We have 9 public order at the moment because our king is present, but when he moves out we will remain at 0, which is stable enough for what we need. let's take over the town.
As commanded.
Here.
Without delay.
And with that, we have one more full settlement with a lot of bonuses. We have the pottery kiln over here, and it will provide us with some commerce, some pottery, and 10% income from industry in all adjacent regions. And we might want to go for the other
You can rely on
chain in order to get more from commercial buildings. If you take a look at the territories around us, I don't see a lot of potential for industry.
Our foes shall fall.
So I believe what I'll do in our next turn is... No, actually yeah, over here is to go for the commerce one. Maybe. How much is pottery? We're producing a lot more pottery with the current building. So pottery valued at 5, we are getting 245 gold per turn. It's good,
We'll see this through.
but it's not that great.
Fit and
So we
ready.
might have to change it. Let's see.
enemy blood.
The other armies we have available, nothing special.
We're ready.
This faction over
Not
here is...
possible.
These rebels over here, right? These raiders keep expanding,
We'll play.
which also weakens East Mears over here. Definitely coming over to take some of these territories. Not gonna recruit more troops right now.
We'll see this through.
We'll wait one more turn because I want to convert that building, the pottery. And we have time for one more turn. After that, I'm gonna take a quick, or maybe a longer break, because I'm starting to get a
My
little
skills
bit
are growing.
tired from all the recording I did today. So the Welsh Rebellion. One of the Welsh vassals under the yoke of the Anglo-Saxon has broken free. They have declared independence and raised swords against their former liege lord. This new conflict could greatly destabilize the region. And this is over here to still nearby West CX. Good. Anything to weaken our neighbors is gonna be good for us. Anyone who won't be able to challenge us in the future will help us greatly. So let us see. We have quite a bit of money. We said that we are going to convert this pottery over to on this side. And we are going to do so. Now,
You can rely on us.
as soon as this building's done, it's gonna take 8 turns to fully convert it, but we will receive
Enemy blood. will
more bonuses from the trading side of...
To greater plunder.
on the commercial side.
Strike.
Let's take
now.
more
We will.
territories.
Without delay.
Now that we have another iron works over here, we could look to adding a governor, but maybe
Our
not yet.
foes shall fall.
I am thinking that we should bring this smaller army
You can rely
here
on us.
to start taking these territories, like on this side. Maybe once we get here, we can add more troops to his army, so he'll be able to take over the settlement. And I'm gonna use this army
at
over
your
here
service.
to take over this island. We have a church
Our
over to
foes
there,
shall fall.
so let's continue.
Right now.
As long as we're not opposed,
We will.
it's gonna be very easy for us
We'll see this through.
to take over. Like, we need this territory to be ours for our current goal. I am to defeat a few more territories. Let's see, we're not adding a governor. There's a risk of rebellion here in Middle Angle and South Mirs. As much as I do want to march south and take him over, maybe I'll just let him run loose for now. I mean, I believe it is an opportunity, but if we start losing territories, we're not gonna be enjoying the experience too much. So I guess I'll have to skip on going south. We have a new level to our governor over here in Stanford. They're producing a little bit of food for us, not a whole lot, and I believe that this is everything that we can do for the moment. With that, I am going to put a cut here. I am going to rest for the rest of the day and gather some strength for some new recordings for a new episode tomorrow. As always, I thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in our next episode as we expand further north into Northumbria. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.